Hey guys, it's T-Man. We're back with a brand new video. It's on Dr. Berg today. We are going to make a reaction video to Dr. Berg. Man, I don't know what to call this guy. The doctor, the slave doctor. The slave doctor. All right. So this doctor, Dr. Berg, says dry fasting causes 3 times more fat loss, bro. Dry fasting, man. So dry starvation causes 3 times more fat loss. Oh, okay. Yeah. Who'd have thought that starvation would cause 3 times more, dry starvation would cause 3 times more fat loss? Okay.
The most dangerous way to lose weight. When you mimic starvation by doing a fast, you trigger.
See, when you mimic starvation, you trigger what?
All these different genes that not only help you lose more weight and burn fat, you also live longer, you have better cardio.
You do? You burn more fat? You do what else? Oh, I don't think so. I think if you're going back and eating that artificial food that made you fat to begin with, then what was the point of doing all of this?
Vascular, better blood sugars. But
yeah, you know what he's trying to tell you? That if you go to your natural weight, if you go back to homeostasis, you see, eating carbohydrates, it puts you out of something called homeostasis. You're constantly out of homeostasis. That is a bad thing. That is associated with disease and, accelerated aging and a bunch of things, a whole bunch of things, okay? So when you go back to normal, he wants you to go back to normal by starving yourself, by adjusting and putting your body back to normal, to homostatic state or homeostasis. Yeah, you could do that with your natural diet, your human natural carnivore diet, which is meat. As a carnivore, you eat meat, so it would go back automatically. You understand me? You don't have to starve yourself. You don't have to starve yourself to go back to normal, to homeostasis, dude. But yeah, I don't know what he's trying to tell you now. It has health benefits. Yeah, your body, when it's back to homeostasis, of course it has health benefits. Hello?
Question is, way in the past, when we had a famine and adapted to it through these genetics, didn't we also have...
When we had a famine and we adapted to it through these genetics, yeah, okay, what about it? What about it?
A drought? If that's true, don't we have genes?
We went through a drought. When did we go through droughts? I didn't go through any drought. I don't know in the past. I don't know people in the past. I'm here in the future.
That also protect us against dehydration? I looked it up.
Does it protect you through dehydration, your body? That's called an adaptation. Yeah, your body is in protective mode. It always protects. It does a bunch of stuff. If you damage muscle, it protects itself. How does it protect itself? By repairing and remodeling stronger so it doesn't get damaged again. How does the body protect itself? You being in this starvation, in this desert, whatever, dying of heat. How does it protect? It's allocating water. It's going to move water, whatever water is in the fat cells, it's going to move it, use it as energy, and so forth and so on. It's going to allocate things. That's how it adapts.
And the answer is absolute.
Yeah, like a camel, to protect you from dying. Your body's just made to keep you alive, but you want to destroy your body. Okay.
There's over 50 different genes that protect us and also produce a lot of health benefits, including decreased risk.
Health? They don't produce health benefits. You being in your natural state is a health benefit.
For cancer and all sorts of things.
What cancer? There's no cancer. It doesn't exist. Human bodies don't create cancers. It's caused by poisoning yourself slowly with artificial carbohydrates, which he's probably going to mention in this video. I know it's going to pop up because it always does. The drug-induced carbohydrate diet, the drug diet.
Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Wow, dehydration is dangerous and we need water because by the time we're thirsty, it's too late. We're already dehydrated. You ever hear that?
I never said that.
I stumbled on this amazing study I want to share with you. It was on little birds that can fly across the desert without water, just survive.
Okay.
And there was a study, and the first group, they fed them food and water. Yeah. The second group, no food, just water. Okay. And the third group, no food and no water. That's called dry fasting. And the result,
No food and no water. That's called dry starvation. When you don't eat any food or drink any water, that's called dry starvation. Oh, yes. Okay, Dr. Berg.
blew me away. The dry
That blew him away? Starvation blew him away. Okay.
fasting group generated 6 times
Yes, dry starvation. It produced 6 times more what? More water?
more water than the group that only drank water. The dry fasting group
You just figured that out now?
also burned more fat. But when fat is burned with oxygen from the air,
Okay.
the chemistry of it turns it into water. I think we can
Okay.
use dry fasting to our benefit. 12
Yeah, you don't want to do anything nasty to your body. This is just, if you were in a desert or something, it would do something. I don't think you want to use it for that, dude.
hours of dry fasting for 30 days. There's a lot of research into that area
Okay.
that shows a lot of health benefits.
It does. It shows a lot of, what are these health benefits? I know. There's no cancer. You can move faster and a bunch of stuff. No. Those are not health benefits because you're not going to get any cancer on your natural diet. You as a natural human, if you're not doing anything artificial. You understand me? You're simply going back to homeostasis. You are unhealthy because you're eating an unnatural diet that's making you fat. And it's poisoning you slowly. And what is he going to tell you? Probably to lower it.
And not many problems, not many side effects, if any. So when we're talking
Why not just go off it completely, Dr. Berg?
about short-term dry fasting,
Short-term starvation? Okay.
I'm only talking about 12 hours and maybe 20 hours to start out. I'm not talking
Yeah, that's not going to do very much, man. Look, man, what is that going to do exactly? That's just going to stress the shit out of you. Catabolic hormones up, cortisol is it's going to accelerate aging. It's going to destroy you slowly. You keep doing this over and over again, it's going to destroy you. Let me go on my drug-induced carbohydrate diet, and let me dry fast. Every time you do this, you're going to destroy yourself. There's a marker. You're going to shorten your telomeres, and you're going to shorten your lifespan doing that because science tells you that. I don't know what kind of science you read, but I read the real science, and it tells me that. It tells me exactly what I want to know because I know where to look.
about some long dry fast, okay? But I first want to tell you where this whole water thing came from as far as people pushing water
Yeah, where did it come from? I know, some guy dying in the desert and he made it, right? Yeah.
on you. It's actually developed from a campaign when the government partnership with certain corporations called Drink Up.
A campaign.
Don't drink the tap water. We must have bottled water. So the companies that sell bottled water are behind those
Yeah, they're selling you tap water, and what about it? It's not regulated, so they're just reselling the bottle of the tap water back to you to steal your money.
campaigns. And they basically brainwash.
Everything they do is to steal your slave money from your slave job that you go to. What part do you not understand?
Educated us that we need to drink more water because
They condition you to eat more water, yeah.
dehydration is the most dangerous thing. Well, if that's true, then we should also never go without food. We should probably eat.
Look, I could tell you I don't drink a lot of water. Personally, I don't like drinking water, so I don't drink. And anytime I ever do drink water, it's because I'm just really thirsty or something. I may drink some. But I don't drink anything in the morning. I don't even have a coffee, a tea, nothing in the morning. I don't drink anything in the morning when I get up. I walk throughout the day. Now, I may drink some water when I'm eating meat, but I don't really need to because meat goes down really clean. It doesn't get stuck in your throat. So I don't even drink a lot of water when I'm at the buffet eating for a couple of hours eating meat. I just sip a little bit on the water, maybe just to push it down a little bit more so I can make more room. But even then, you don't need to. The truth is, I don't really drink a lot of water. And then I'll go home and I still don't drink any water. Sometimes I'll just go to sleep and still not drink. You don't need a lot of water. There's a lot of water in meat itself alone. Meat is 75% water, so why do I need to keep drinking water? These foods that you're eating are filled with water. Plants are filled with water, whatever.
Every hour and be nourished. What's interesting about the water bottling companies, the top 3 companies, Nestle, Coke, and Pepsi.
Oh, yeah.
Same companies that sell, ultra processed foods and liquid candy or soda pop, energy drinks with a lot of sugar. They basically have markets on both sides, right? They have the water side and also the junk food side. So listen, I'm not against water. Just drink when you're thirsty, but you may want to look at this dry fasting as an extra tool to use when you need to. Let's dive into the details of this. There's some rules. You want to go slow. Okay, you don't want to just jump into fasting right away because you want to first adapt to fat burning. So you want to get on a lower carb diet for a while to make it easy on you. That's going to get things ready for you to do the fast. Your shift over to burning more fat. And then when you transition into fasting, it's like really easy. You have no cravings, your hunger goes away, and it makes it doable. If you do fasting, you always want to start with the water fasting, okay, before the dry fasting. So with water fast, you're taking supplements like electrolytes, B vitamins, sea salt. With dry fast, you're not consuming any electrolytes, any pills, you're not drinking coffee, you're not doing anything with water. And your body will start to adapt and hold on to the salt and water as much as it can.
Yeah, it usually does that. When you're starving, why does your hormones go up? To preserve all the energy and the muscles and the fat to keep you alive. Why would it keep the water in there, preserve it? To keep you alive. You understand me? That's what an adaptation is. It's to keep you alive. That's what bodies do. They're meant to keep you alive. Pump your heart, blood, this, that, keep you alive.
With this shift in hormones. But I'm telling you, a lot of people have never got their body into a state where they're actually making water. But then you want to kind of graduate into the dry fast. And
Yeah, that's all you want to do is put your body in this state where it's making water. Yeah, okay.
Very small little level.
Yes, Dr. Berg.
That's fairly easy, but I think it can produce massive results even.
And you know what? Nobody's going to do it. Well, yeah, maybe they will. I don't know. They are already on these starvation diets, aren't they?
If you do it in a smaller scale. Why? Because 1 day of dry fasting is equal to 3 days.
The problem with this so-called dry starvation thing, you have to be out in the sun in the heat for it to turn into water. It's not going to happen indoors in your apartment or in the street in a cold climate. You actually have to be in a very hot place, very hot. And then it'll happen, yeah, but it's not going to happen here. He's wrong.
Of water fast.
Maybe you can try this inside a sauna, I don't know.
Some other things that you want to do is stay in a cool environment. Don't make the mistake I made by spending a lot of time outside sweating. You don't want to do that because that's going to really dehydrate you.
Yeah, that's the point, isn't it, Dr. Berg? You just showed us the guy that was in the desert, right? That's how it starts. That's where it happens.
Even more. Now, I did fine, but I can tell it was just too much stress because listen, when you're dry fasting, you're turning off your digestion. Your kidneys are not having to work hard. So all of this resource that
really?
your body
I had no clue, man. Really? Oh, okay.
has can switch to repair, healing, regenerating.
It can switch to repair, healing, and regenerating? No, it can't because it needs resources to repair, regenerate, and grow. The only thing that makes you repair, grow, and regenerate is when you're in a positive nitrogen balance. When protein synthesis exceeds breakdown in your body, making you anabolic, you need to be in anabolism, anabolic. Now, if you're catabolic, starving yourself and all that, that's not associated with repair, growth, and regenerating, dude. Get it? You're catabolic now. It's the opposite. He's lying to you. He's lying. You could check science. Science will tell you this. I don't know what kind of science he uses. I use real science.
Fixing stuff. So we don't want to.
You're not fixing anything. You fix stuff when you're in a positive effing nitrogen balance, when you're anabolic, Dr. Berg. You understand me, man? You need to go back to school and read science. I don't know what kind of doctor you are or where you got your doctor license in a Cracker Jack box, but science tells you positive nitrogen balance is associated with repair and growth. It doesn't say when you're catabolic in a negative nitrogen balance, it's associated with repair, growth, and regeneration. Okay? So don't bullshit us, man. We're not stupid.
Necessarily be adding high intensity exercise. You can walk. You don't want to be sweating and doing work outside that's involving more dehydration. Okay, I made that mistake, so don't do that. And also, when you get into the longer fast and you refeed, you want to just do liquid type stuff. a little bit, maybe 8 ounces every 4 hours for the first day. The second day and the third day, this is more for a longer fast, but I just want to let you know that you want to really
longer starvation. And I told you before, anybody that's promoting starvation diets, it's propaganda. It's going to destroy you. It makes you catabolic, and your cortisol is through the roof. It is associated with you losing cells. You understand me? It's going to destroy tissue, eat cells. You're going to lose it. That isn't repair and regenerating. That isn't growth. Where's the growth? If it says in science that if you're starving, you're going to lose cells. Look at my community section. I posted there about negative nitrogen balance. What's it associated with? Everything bad. It's associated with everything bad. It's the opposite of what you're trying to achieve because it's propaganda by the government. They want you to die. They want everybody to die and get out of here. That's all, so that the rich can live a nice, comfortable life. Okay, dude? The elite.
gradually introduce your food slowly. Kefir is good to help.
No, don't eat any kefir. It's just fake. It's man-made. It's not natural. It's not found in nature. Don't eat it.
Fortify the gut. Bone broth is good. But this
Okay, bone broth. Yeah, we have cooked things, I guess, in nature. You can call it bone broth. You could do that. Bone broth. It's natural, right? You're boiling bones and some meat and fat and whatever. Okay, yeah. That's definitely good for you. Okay, meat products, yes, natural products. You're not really supposed to cook it, but okay.
video is just to kind of give you another tool to potentially use to help you lose more weight by putting your body in a state where it can only get water.
Yeah, let's lose more weight where it can only get water and all. So we have to go through all these things because we can't help eating our carbohydrate drug-induced diet. Right, Dr. Berg?
Fat. So it's forced to burn more fat. So I think the first step.
It's forced to burn more fat. It's forced to burn everything, not just fat. It's going to burn everything. It's going to burn fucking brain cells, muscle cells, I don't know what else, skin cells, maybe bone cells, everything else in your body's going to disappear, man, with it.
What you should do is to learn how to do the ketogenic low-carb diet. And for that, I put this video.
Why not just do zero carbs, Dr. Berg? You don't need them. They're not necessary. Not for humans. We don't need them. They're just for entertainment purposes only, keeping you busy because you're bored. So you want to put something in your mouth, something that you think is tasty. It's not tasty at all, really. It's just sugar. It's laced with drugs all day. Okay, Dr. Berg. Anyways, you guys tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel, comment down below. Helps with the algorithm. What do you think about Dr. Berg and him starving you and all that kind of stuff? You think starvation is associated with repair, growth, and regeneration? Not. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, friends. Everybody that's weightlifting in the gym, thinking that reps are building bodies, you're kind of in starvation mode now. If you lift weights, you're using up a bunch of energy and proteins and everything. And guess what happens? You are now in starvation mode. So if you just walk around and eat a slave diet, you don't get any nutrients, you've starved yourself. Yes, the goal has been accomplished. Accelerated aging and possibly getting diseases from starving yourself. You're catabolic and the cortisol is through the roof. Yes, the goal has been achieved. There's no you don't regenerate. You work out and a rep is going to regenerate you. What regenerates you is food. Get it? Food, real food, and a lot of it. I'll see you in the next one. Your natural food as a carnivore, okay? Meat. See you in the next one. Ciao, friends.